Hello and welcome back to another edition of After the Whistle. It's Tuesday, January 30th, and I'm Kellen Voss.
And I'm Noah Jensen. Tonight, we'll have highlights from GVSU hockey, a recap from GV basketball, and more.
We'll start off tonight's show with some Grand Valley hockey. The men's Division III hockey team held the third annual Hockey Fights Cancer event versus Hope College on Thursday. While Lakers fell to Hope 4-3, plenty of people came out to support the cause. The benefit raised over $5,000 for the Van Allen Institute for Cancer Research.
We'll move on to basketball now, as both men's and women's basketball were host to Purdue Northwest on Saturday. The men opened things up with a blowout win, blowing past the Pride 107-65. Ben Lubitz paced the Lakers with 18. The women's game was just as lopsided as they cruised to a 78-36 win. Natalie Koenig, the reigning GLIAC Player of the Week, led Grand Valley with 19.
Elsewhere on campus, both the men's and women's track team had solid showings at home. The men placed first and the women placed second at the Lintz alumni meet on Saturday. Both teams will be traveling to Notre Dame this weekend for the Mayo invite.
To the NHL now, the 2018 All Star game took place on Sunday, which saw a 3-on-3 tournament take place between the four divisions. In the first round, the Pacific Division defeated the Central Division 5-2 thanks to a 4-assist performance from reigning league MVP Connor McDavid. Meanwhile, the Atlantic Division took down the Metropolitan Division 7-4, led by a hat trick from the league's leading point scorer, Nikita Kucherov. In the final, it was the Pacific Division who reigned supreme, defeating the Atlantic by a score of 5-2. Vancouver Canucks rookie Brock Besser was named the MVP. Other notable headlines include Detroit Red Wings defenseman Mike Green scoring both goals for the Atlantic in the final. Also, a late addition to the All-Star game was New Jersey Devils forward Brian Boyle, who was diagnosed with leukemia this summer and received a massive ovation from the Tampa crowd.
We'll take a look at some more college basketball from the weekend. The 6th-ranked Michigan State Spartans were in College Park to take on the Maryland Terrapins. Spartans overcame a 13-point halftime deficit to grab a 74-68 win on the road. Joshua Langford led all scorers with 19. But the majority of the attention for the Spartans came off the court, though. Following the sentencing of former MSU and USA Gymnastics doctor Larry Nassar, ESPN Outside the Lines published a report alleging a culture of enablement for sexual assault in the athletic programs. Both Tom Izzo and football coach Mark D'Antonio fielded questions from reporters. The Michigan Attorney General has opened an investigation into Michigan State.
Despite the cold weather, we do have some baseball news for you. MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred announced Monday that the Cleveland Indians' controversial Chief Wahoo logo will not return after the 2018 season. The logo has been considered insensitive and racist. However, it could be argued that by waiting until 2019 to retire the logo, the MLB is actually giving the logo a farewell tour. And to end tonight's episode, we have some NBA news for you. The Detroit Pistons and the LA Clippers made a trade with trading for Blake Griffin. The deal includes Tobias Harris, Avery Bradley, Boban Marjanovic, a first and a second-round pick heading to LA, where the Pistons will be receiving Blake Griffin, Willie Reed, and Bryce Johnson. And so, Kellen, I just want to know your thoughts on it. We haven't had a lot of time to really talk about it too much, but what are your initial thoughts?
It's obviously too early to say who won or lost the trade or anything because no games have been played yet. But I'm a little hesitant towards the Pistons side just because Blake Griffin is so injury prone. I mean, the guy, I don't know if the guy's played a full season in the NBA yet. I don't think he has, and I don't trust him as a superstar on this team personally.
Yeah, it's tough to really gauge on his from his injuries where he's going to be with the team. The Pistons have sort of struggled taking care of injuries too this season, so that is definitely something to be worried about. But I really think bringing in somebody that's he's under a contract for a lot of money, but at the same time he's under contract. You don't have to worry about locking him up at all, which you had to with Tobias. You didn't know what you were going to have to give him.
Yeah.
And so by getting rid of Tobias, getting rid of that expiring contract of Avery Bradley, you sort of open yourself up and know what your team looks like for the coming years. And I like that they're able to now put Luke Kennard in the starting lineup. I feel like he's earned his shot to start for this team.
For sure.
And so I definitely think by doing that, you're opening up a lot. And really, I think this is a move not for this year, but for the following years to come.
And one thing you can say is it does make the team a lot more entertaining to watch
Yes.
Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond out there.
Oh, definitely.
For sure.
That's going to do it for us tonight. We'll be back next Tuesday. Until then, I'm Noah Jensen.
And for the rest of the crew, I'm Kellen Voss. All game, all season, always after the whistle.
Stop.